Mechanical switches play a crucial role in how a keyboard feels and sounds, so it's important to make the right choice when buying a new one. At the end of the day, you're going to be typing on it for multiple hours. You want it to be a pleasant experience. However, with so many options and so much information, choosing the right switch for your keyboard can feel a bit overwhelming. That's where we come in. With almost a decade of experience manufacturing keyboards and recommending switches, we're going to break down everything you need to know so that, by the end of this video, you can confidently pick the right one for you, including sound tests of 11 different switches and my favorite part, data showing which are the most popular. Can you guess which? When it comes to switches, there are 4 things that you need to consider. The most critical one is the type of switch. Linear switches offer a constantly increased resistance as you press them, with no clear feedback when you reach the actuation point. Tactile switches have a distinct bump you can feel. The resistance increases abruptly before the actuation point, then decreases again. You can see that it kind of bumps back. Clicky switches also have a distinct bump, enhanced by an audible click from a leaf spring inside the switch. If this is your first mechanical keyboard, we strongly recommend choosing a tactile switch. You are probably already used to tactile feedback from your laptop or membrane keyboard. Clicky switches are great if you want sound feedback when pressing a key, but I wouldn't recommend them unless you have your own office. And even so, you can grow tired of their sound over time. Imagine hearing this all day. It's like crickets. Linear switches offer a completely different experience. They are smooth from beginning to end, so it feels like you are gliding through your keys. However, the lack of tactile feedback can throw some people off and lead to accidental double key presses. It's generally preferred by people who also enjoy gaming. The second most important thing to consider is the operating force. Basically, how hard you need to press the switch to activate it. It's usually measured in grams force and ranges from 20 for the lightest switch to 90 for the heaviest, although most fall between 35 and 65 grams force. A light switch is great if you type a lot and have finger fatigue, but it's also prone to mistyping and double key presses. Some people prefer heavier switches to have more precise control. We usually recommend starting with something between 45 and 55 grams force, which is a nice middle ground. Then there is the actuation distance, also known as pre-travel. It's how far you need to press the switch to activate it. Usually this is around 1.8 to 2 millimeters, but some switches have a much shorter 1 millimeter actuation distance. This is great for those who want to activate the key as quickly as possible, like gamers and super fast typists, but it can also lead to accidental activations or double key presses. Finally, you have to consider the total travel distance, which is how far you can press the switch before reaching the bottom of the stem. Most switches have a total travel of 4 millimeters, though some are shorter at around 3 millimeters. Generally, you want to avoid reaching the bottom. It's called bottoming out, as the impact will transfer to your finger, so the longer the total travel, the better. However, some people like that and prefer switches with shorter travel distances. Now that we've gotten all the theory out of the way, let's have some fun and test a lot of switches. Think which one is your favorite, and in the end, I'll reveal the most popular and my favorite. Kailh Silent Brown. These are tactile switches with an operating force of 50 grams force, an actuation distance of 1.8 millimeters, and a total travel of 3.6 millimeters. Kailh Silent Brown switches offer a tactile experience with a gentle bottom out and quiet operation, thanks to an internal shock absorbing system. Kailh Silent Pink. These are linear switches with an operating force of 35 grams force, an actuation distance of 1.8 millimeters, and a total travel of 3.6 millimeters. Kailh Silent Pink switches offer a linear experience with a gentle bottom out and quiet operation, thanks to the same internal shock absorbing system as the Silent Brown. Kailh Box White. These are clicky switches with an operating force of 55 grams force, an actuation distance of 1.8 mm, and a total travel of 3.6 mm. Kailh Box White switches have a relatively light tactile bump compared to other clicky switches, and a loud, crisp, satisfying click. Kailh Speed Silver. These are linear switches with an operating force of 40 grams force, an actuation distance of 1.1 mm, and a total travel of 3.5 mm. Kailh Speed Silver switches are specially designed for rapid performance. It's a very light, quick mechanical switch that is perfect for gaming or fast typist. Kailh Speed Copper. These are tactile switches with an operating force of 50 grams force, an actuation distance of 1.1 mm, and a total travel of 3.5 mm. Kailh Speed Copper switches are designed for rapid action while still providing a tactile feel. This hybrid purpose makes it an ideal choice for gamers that still want to feel the bump when typing. Cherry MX Brown. These are tactile switches with an operating force of 55 grams force, an actuation distance of 2 mm, and a total travel of 4 mm. Cherry MX Brown switches are one of the most popular switches on the market for overall purposes. This switch is relatively quiet with tactile feedback, making it perfect for accurate typing. Cherry MX Red. These are linear switches with an operating force of 45 grams force, an actuation distance of 2 mm, and a total travel of 4 mm. Cherry MX Red switches offer a very balanced spring force, making it ideal for hybrid gaming and typing. Cherry MX Blue. These are clicky switches with an operating force of 60 grams force, an actuation distance of 2.2 mm, and a total travel of 4 mm. Cherry MX Blue switches are ideal for people who enjoy hearing and feeling a clear, classic mechanical click when they press a key. Gateron Baby Kangaroo 2.0. These are tactile switches with an operating force of 59 grams force, an actuation distance of 2 mm, and a total travel of 3.4 mm. Baby Kangaroos are a great switch if you're looking for a noticeable tactile feedback or if you like your keyboard to sound like marbles rubbing together. The Gateron G Pro 2.0 Yellow is a quiet and smooth linear switch, factory looped with very little to no stem wobble. It's one of the favorites among keyboard enthusiasts, a jack of all trades that works for typists and gamers. Gateron 0° Silent. These are linear switches with an operating force of 45 grams force, an actuation distance of 1.8 mm, and a total travel of 3.6 mm. Gateron 0° Silent switches are an excellent option if you're looking for a silent linear switch that doesn't have the typical mushy bottom-out feel, or if you want something heavier than the Kailh Silent Pink. Okay, and now for the part that many of you were waiting for. Which is the most popular switch? Our keyboards come pre-assembled with 3 switches. You can choose between the Gateron Yellow, which is linear, the Kailh Silent Brown, tactile, and the Kailh Box White, clicky. Among those 3, the clear winner is the Kailh Silent Brown, which is chosen 53% of the time. Second is the Gateron Yellow at 37%, And third is the Kailh Box White at 11%. That makes sense. A silent, tactile switch is the safest choice. You don't want to annoy any coworker with a loud keyboard. And noticing the bump when you activate the key feels nice. The good thing is that since our keyboards are hot swappable, you can branch out over time. So, what are the most popular switches when people want to try something different? At the bottom of the table, we have all three Cherry MX switches, with roughly 7% of sales combined. Then we have a few switches representing between 6 and 7% of sales. The Gateron G Pro Yellow, the Kailh Speed Silver, the Kailh Speed Copper, and the Kailh Box White. Then we have the Kailh Silent switches, Kailh Silent Brown with 11% and Silent Pink with 14%. Finally, we have the Gateron 0 Degree Silent and the Gateron Baby Kangaroo, each representing 20% of sales. They are both really nice switches, so I'm not surprised at all. In fact, the Baby Kangaroo are my favorite. Oh, my baby. Ooh. But I want to know your opinion. Which of these switches have you tried? Do you like them? Which one is on your wishlist? Let me know in the comments. And if you want any of these switches, remember that you can get them at dygma.com/switches. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notified the next time we publish a video. I hope you liked this one, and see you in the next one.